I think we are live now.
Hey y'all, let me go
Hey
share
everyone.
it.
Let me go share.
Oh, go share it.
Going to. Who's going to stay logged on during it this time?
Logged on for comments.
Mhm.
Correct.
I think from the Silver Cocoon, actual Silver Cocoon page.
Okay, cool. I can do that.
Is that right, Kat?
No, your page.
From my page.
Mhm.
Okay.
You doing it, mine?
Yep, I just got to figure out how to share this video. There we go.
I forget it shows opposite like this on here.
Let's make sure I have my thing pulled up.
How's everybody doing today? Feeling today?
Welcome, welcome.
It's a Tuesday.
What's the first Tuesday in August?
It's somebody's birthday month. Leo season.
Leo season
Mm-hmm.
came in with a lot of heat.
Did it?
However, no, everything's been much cooler the past couple of days. Well, in certain parts of the country, at least. Things have been much, much cooler.
Much cooler.
I have never been so happy to see the rain.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been loving the weather.
Oh, yes.
I've
very
been
much.
loving it.
Very much.
I haven't been outside all day. I like the sun.
No, I don't
rain.
like driving in the rain, but
I feel like a little bit of rain throughout the day is fine, but the whole day is a bit OD.
I kind of like rainstorms. It'd be a little bit of a break, but I don't like to be stuck in the house. So I agree with you on that part. I agree with you on that. All right, are we ready to dig in?
yeah. I'll stay on yours.
Let's get into it.
I'll stay on yours.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back to another episode of the Silver Cocoon
Silver Cocoon
podcast.
podcast. Hey everyone, it's been a good 30 days, 31 days since we were last here. And we've been very busy. I know everyone's been very busy. The summer just creates a lot of activity and engagement and time and moments to, be with community and family. It just heats up everything. And that's been the case for us as well. So we are grateful to be back here.
Yes, grateful to be back in Leo season.
Yes.
It's time for new beginnings.
It's time.
Yeah.
Why you say it like that? Like you said it like there's tea or something. It's time for new beginnings.
Oh, fire season is always the time to start to go.
Yeah.
To be like to new beginnings. Yeah, for me. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, really? That's when you find that's when you get your.
Well, it's trine.
Is that for you?
When Leo season trines my sun and my rising. So it's
for you
for me specifically.
Okay, specifically.
Yeah.
Got it.
Typically Cancer season drags me through the mud.
Oh.
Water sign seasons. But anyways. Anyhow, this is not Astro podcast.
No, but it is you. So we want
That's
to hear
true,
how
that's
you,
true.
how you move through your things. So today's podcast, we usually get on here and we want to engage our audience and engage each other on things that are meaningful to us. And however we cannot. Also, what is meaningful is what's going on in the world around us. Sometimes we don't like to sit in that energy too much, but we also can't ignore the many things that are impacting us on a global scale in our communities, our nation, our communities, and in our families, ultimately, and us individually. So we're going to spend some time moving into that space just a little bit, not necessarily to delve too deeply into all of the things that are happening, but more so how we are processing, managing, and also living and grounding in our peace, which is of most importance through any of the chaos that exists on a certain vibration. So,
And there we have our title.
Yes.
Global Mayhem, Personal Peace.
Personal peace. So, let's chat about what angle do you guys want to take? You guys want to talk about something specific that's been bothering you or has been,
Sure. Let's
been
start
on
there.
here? Yeah, that's happening globally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else want to start before I start?
No, go, because it looks like you're about to go in.
Anyone else want to slide in?
No, go ahead.
Okay, well, obviously there is disaster and sadness on a lot of levels going on in our communities, like up the street, like everywhere. But also, right now, there is a genocide happening in Gaza. There's starvation in Congo, Sudan. Like, there's a whole lot of just completely inhumane on a huge scale going on. And just, I feel like it's a little bit more just sad and disheartening than when it started, because it's been almost 2 years now for at least Palestine. Well, it's been 30, 50 years for Palestine, but this recent thing, and for the other countries,
more
and
so,
like more so
even
for the other
longer than that,
countries.
yeah.
But like specifically Palestine has been so globally documented, and like there's videos, there's pictures, and yet still nothing. Like I feel like, I know it's hard because we talked about this in one episode. We are also busy with our lives, but like the world should have stopped until, that's what it should be like. But it's impossible. You know, it's not impossible, but it's just, I can see why that's not really, I don't know. But lots of nuance in that. But regardless, that's the main thing that I think about when I think about what's going on crazily in the world, and just that if that can happen there, it can happen anywhere, and we don't want to wait till it's in our front yard to deal with something. So that's yeah.
And the fact that that's usually what it takes is for something to have a direct impact on people, for them to mobilize, for them to get engaged, because something over there feels like it has nothing to do with us. But indeed it does. All the over theres are part of our global consciousness, really. And our global heart space, honestly, it doesn't even exist if it doesn't exist, that type of oppression and those types of acts, if they can only exist in a global scale, if they are also running rampant in a more micro way that builds the macro. So that's kind of how I look at those things.
Yeah. I know you have she's like a monk. And so
yeah, now the people who know me know I am not a monk.
No, but I'm saying like
in terms of where my heart space is, maybe, but that's probably where that ends.
Yeah, I mean, like heart space, you spend a lot of time like exploring deeper levels of things. And so I know that the perspective that you bring to something is very much, you can't even,
it's
really
a little bit of a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
Because there was a couple of years that I spent some time just in conversation with Source, like, what the hell is up with humanity? Like, what is going on here? Where there's a segment of the population, I'm just going to say segment because I just don't want to give it that much power, that leans towards control, manipulation, greed,
assimilation,
dishonesty. That, and I'm not even just talking about on a global scale. I'm just talking about, we can look at how just how we individually decide to handle certain things, the grandiosity that a person may hold within themselves, how it creates a pattern of behavior that we see grows into the things that create the situations in Sudan and Gaza. And I'm just like, what is the leaning towards that? Why does that exist? And how do we combat that? And like I was saying earlier, I think like on a more personal way, we have to look at our own heart space. How are we, when people are like, oh, look at them over there oppressing those people, right? I always ask the question, how are we oppressing people in our families? How are we oppressing people in the workplace, with colleagues? How do we oppress in our relationships and our friendships? How are we even engaging and participating with the frequency of oppression that has become such this big thing? It's not them out there, because them used to be the person next door to someone in the neighborhood. So we just have to look at how we're holding those types of things in our consciousness and our behaviors on an individual level that then builds into something bigger than that. So I just like to take responsibility, accountability, and do my part.
That's all you can do. We have a viewer that just tuned in and said, just tuning in, what's today's convo? So for anyone that's just joining, we're talking about, the title is Global Mayhem, Personal Peace. It's there's a lot going on right now, and we just want to know from our audience and share ourselves how we hold our personal peace despite and in relation to what's going on around us in the world.
Yes.
And so we were just sharing our thoughts on what's going around us in the world.
What about you, Kai?
Well, there's a lot. But I guess one thing that I would bring up would just be like all of the things going on in politics with education, healthcare. I mean, the list goes on with all the changes happening with that. And I don't really have anything else to say about it, honestly.
Does it shock you? How does it make you feel? You know, some of the policies that are being pushed, policies that are being made into law, like how does that feel to you? When you read a headline or you see a thing, what do you feel in your body? What resonates? Are you disgusted?
Disgust, disbelief. Like, I mean, not disbelief, disbelief, disgust, just like shaking my head. Like, I mean, like that's how I feel inside. Like, it's just honestly just very. I mean, there's
disheartening.
The words, disheartening. It's just like, what's the inhumane?
Yeah,
like all of those things.
Like a joke.
It's a joke. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you just don't.
Unfortunately,
it's hard to just believe that this is the reality now today. Like these things are actually happening, and it's just like, where is the I mean,
where's the correction? Like, how do you correct?
Well, where's the correction, or just where's the just being a decent human being?
Right.
Like,
why
it's as simple as that.
Why
like,
is that
just
not
a
the
decent
standard?
human being. Nobody's perfect, but where's the just being a decent human being? It's just certain things that you're just like, how could you even possibly, you know what I'm saying? Like, make these type of changes, knowing how many people it'll affect, and but it's not affecting him or them. So you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care. I mean, that's really all that it is at the end of the day. So,
did you guys? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna comment to that, Kaya. Like, absolutely, like that's the disheartening part when you're like, what is going? Why is there such a leaning to this type of behavior, this way of being?
Yep.
And I don't think that is they don't care. They absolutely care, but they care about their ability to control and their agenda. Right. That's what they care about.
And that's So they're caring about the wrong things.
Yeah, to them,
but they
wouldn't think that it's wrong. They think they're doing the absolute right thing.
Yeah. There was this interview that I saw yesterday, and it was someone interviewing someone that is like head of like a couple AI companies, and they asked him like directly, like, do you care about if like this AI is gonna like destroy the world and like if it's gonna take away lives? And he was like, and he paused, and the guy was like, you're pausing, like it's a lot to think about. He's like, well, I mean, and like I didn't watch the full clip, you know how the internet is just clips, but it was just like he was just like, I mean, so that's a whole, like there's so many things, and we don't really want to harp on them, but we did want to use the first couple minutes to bring light to those before we shift into how we hold our own personal peace. But we did need to illustrate what we're holding our peace against, because that matters.
And one more thing, I'm not gonna say this is off topic, but what's making me think about it is Love Island. Just the all the things, the chain of events that happen afterwards, and just that racism is still very much real. It's still very much common. It's still crazy how people are, just attacking people simply based off of, the color of their skin. And it's just really crazy to me that two beautiful, beautiful Black queens were getting attacked and the other one was getting praised, and it's just like
for acting crazy.
They acted and that's crazy to me as well, that this is just this is the type of people that are getting praised in today's society, and the type of people that are getting torn down. It just is not making sense.
And the reasons for that.
And the reasons for each. It's just not making sense. So I know that was kind of,
I said watching Love Island with the girls. No, absolutely. Yeah. And I was saying watching Love Island with the girls in that age group. Remember, I kept saying I was like, this generation deserves better. They deserve they need a different world. They so just want to they want to vibe, right? They're so into vibing and just being and just enjoying, and
it's too much.
They deserve better. They really deserve to inherit a better earth. Absolutely. We need to give the future generations a better environment. Like, I see these young people growing up, and I'm like, they don't deserve this. They really not even coming here for all of that. And I'm sure they're coming with the energy to make some change too, but they just deserve something better. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, really do.
We do.
And to hear you guys talk about this, when you start talking about it, how you're like, I can't believe this, like what? Why are you guys inheriting these issues from years and years?
It's like, why is this still going on?
But I feel
it's crazy.
It's crazy. Like, I feel like we're at a point, and of course these are like 400-year cycles, 200-year cycles. It's like we're at a point where it had to rise to a level to where it's undeniable so that we can face it and it can turn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it does feel like the things get worse before they get better type of thing on like a grander scale, because there are cycles. And if we look at things like, this is not the first time where the world has been in disarray. This is not, every nation goes through their things, and there's been the Holocaust. There's been its cycles
that bubble up.
But these cycles, it seems like there's just an overall shift coming to the cycles, period. Like, it has to break. Like, we can't keep coming back here.
Exactly. And you make two good points in that. And that is that typically when there's an invasion in the system, like, and you get sick, it does come to the surface to come out. So you might get pimples, you get inflammation, so that makes sense when you see this social and political unrest with things underneath the surface that have just been, toxic and rancid for so long, need to come up and out. The other part you said was this cycle, though, because it still seems that we keep coming back around to the same place at a more intense more intense degree. So what are the things in terms of habits of mind and heart that keeps us in this pattern, in this loop, and us learning how to extract those things, to intervene and extract those things? There may be need to be more conversation about that, how we even organize around fighting injustice, because I think there's a response to it that places the energy in that loop.
But I feel like we've been doing it differently this time around. There's a whole lot of, like, when it was like, when the world is going crazy, but Black people are like dancing at trail rides. Like, I feel like there really is a different type of approach coming. Like, there's still the like battle, but a lot of people are finding joy in traveling.
Absolutely.
And a lot more people are caring too. A lot more people are caring. A lot more people are doing work in their own communities. Like, that is on a rise. So I think that is, that's how it's slowly
coming out of that
cycles loop. There's millions of people involved in this. It's going to take billions of people involved. It's going to take some time, but so
absolutely. That is definitely one way to approach that. I know people were kind of like getting a little irritated with all the Black people moving with their fans. And I was just like, I don't think you understand what's happening here in a more energetic and spiritual way, that there is an inner thing that connects and synergizes with Indigenous people, with African Indigenous people all over the world, that know how to move energy without thinking and talking about it. And so the timing of those songs, the timing of the amount of people who were gathering in solidarity and moving energy. And if you know anything about the spiritual significance of a fan, then that's a whole nother layer. But I'd love to see it.
What is the spiritual significance
of moving, the air that is moving about, the change that is.
Oh, nice.
And there's on two different levels. You have that coming from the space of sweetness, of transformation, of gentle change, and then you have that
maybe that's why I'd be walking around
on the swifter side of things. And so it was very beautiful to witness that on the multiple levels of community, of coming together, of being in the same space, which is a very ancient practice for us. We always got in community. We always lended from the ring shouts in the Gullah Geechee South to the congregations in churches to there's many ways that we come together and bring our energy and our voices and our rhythms, and it moves something, right? So everybody got to get in where they fit in and do what you do, but don't think that them fans and them boots on the ground was just horseplay, pun intended.
Because it's still going on.
Yes.
And we learned a little dance. We know the boots on the ground, so invite us to any local trail rides, and we'll join on the first song. Kaya may join on a couple more, but we're working on it. We have a cute toddler. Maybe he'll give us a pass on the dance floor for an extra song.
Right. So yes, indeed, we have a couple of
comments. Yes, so we have from Celebrity Banks, child, the world is ending anyways. Well, the world has ended multiple times, in my opinion.
Speak on it.
It's ended multiple, and I did see a quote that said, instead of trying to save the world, just understand that this world, it's not like the world's going to end catapult and then come back together, but there is a shift that's happening, and we're just midwifing it out of the way.
Absolutely.
And there will be something else. And
it's
a
death doula
we may not
and
see
a birth doula situation going on. You might not.
Nobody really knows. I mean, some people do know. You be knowing. Celebrity be knowing.
Read 2000 Seasons. Will give you some huge.
You've been telling me to read that.
Please, everybody, read 2000 Seasons.
Why?
Just read it.
Who's it by?
It's gonna.
Who's it by? So they can find it.
I'm so bad at trying to pronounce his name.
Well, I'm sure there's not a lot of books.
I'll put that out there. But 2000 Seasons. It's a sobering read, but it also can inspire you to do what you need to do now. And speaking to what Maya was saying about the ending of an earth and the ending of a world and the recreation of another, and just what we have to do in our lifetime and do it to the best of our ability, and then pass
it on, because these are 100-year cycles.
Exactly.
We take our lifespans a little too seriously. Okay, so let me see. We got 2 more comments. Jamila Justine said, I peeped it when we were talking about the fans.
Yes.
See, real recognize. And then we have Kelly, our god mommy, and her bestie for the restie. I really appreciate the layers of y'all's collective voice. You are elevating so much good, important stuff in such a unique way.
Thank you.
Love you.
Okay.
So, I mean, we've touched on, there we go. This is about 2000 Seasons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kelly says, I got that book. Sobering is an understatement. I need a book club for that shit. Should we start?
No, for real.
Start?
That's the book club book to read.
We may do a book club on that.
No,
we should.
Seriously.
We will.
Seriously. I don't leave home. There's a few books that if I travel abroad, I take with me. That is one that stays with me.
Why do you take a book if you already read it?
I may need to crack it open. It's just so many jewels in there. It's like,
I'm scared. I don't know. Like I said, I'm already about to overload. Okay.
All right. We're like, okay.
Moving on. Book club coming soon. 2000 Seasons.
No, that's a read.
Yes. Kelly, join us. So, I feel like we should move into the part where we
just talk about
explore how we hold our own peace in this, and we can kind of just share and segue in.
Yeah.
Kai, so how do you stay present without spiraling?
Oh, you're asking us?
Yes.
Okay.
I was passing the ball over there.
You were supposed to answer a question. We threw her a question. She gave us a question.
Oh, well,
it's okay.
Yeah.
So we can start there. How do you stay present? Because that's different.
Oh, what was the question you guys asked?
How do we
it's kind of the same.
There's a different ways we can answer this. So how do we stay present without spiraling, I take breaks from social media, honestly. And I know that this is like unpopular or whatever, but I don't read headlines anymore. Like, I don't have the news. I don't know what's going on for real.
Yeah,
and that may be, that's just what I need to do right now. I used to like stay up. And if there's something super important, I'll hear about it. But if there's a hurricane coming, I won't know till like, I don't know. Like, I just have to get and see it. But that's just for my own personal, like, I'm already holding space on an energetic level. I've been around people where the first thing they do is they wake up and they look at all the bad headlines recently. And I'm like, I can see what that's, because also the media is used to keep us in a state of fear, a state of, it's meant to do that. Like, there was this TikTok and it was like, oh, here's some good news. I'm like, why don't we have good news headlines? They're all meant to keep us in this vibration of fear. And that's my way of kind of protesting that. Like, I know these things are happening regardless, but I'm going to exist outside of that. Not that because I'm ignoring it, because I'm not, but I'm just like day to day, like doing the best that I can right now.
Yeah. Agreed.
That's what
wonderful.
I stay present.
What about you, Kai?
Kind of the same. I'm not gonna say not pay attention, because that's like, you need to pay attention. But I don't give that much attention to, like Maya said, just like headlines and stuff on social media. Because it's just kind of, because I mean, when I see it, it's just like, I'm an empath, is that the word? Right? So I just like seeing that stuff is just not healthy for me. So I mean, I guess I'm like Maya said, we know certain things are going on. So I just don't need to constantly see this video, this headline. Like, it's just too much for me to visually see, and even people's responses to it. Because then even how people be underneath the comments, like the type of stuff that you guys are saying to this is just like, again, inhumane and just like crazy. So I just stay away from that type of stuff, honestly. I just stay away. I just be in my own little world, honestly. The world could burn around me, baby. I'm good. Well, we good. You know, me and my people, we in this little bubble to me, and whatever's going on outside of the bubble is going on the outside of the bubble. It's not too much.
I said that's the way she's dealing with it.
I just can't.
That's real. That's understandable.
No, and we have to respect that too, because everybody has a position to play. And I appreciate people who spend all of their time in meditation and circulating joy and peace in their being. Like, if there's like this center that just manufactures that vibration into the world, do that. Can we get a bunch of people who do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has to do their thing. I see value in it all. And then we also, what you guys are saying about how we have to be careful of the things that we're taking in, because I honestly see the move to capture the attention and have us kind of revolving around the worry, the angst, the fear, the dread, and all of that going out into the universe, into our homes, and we can feel each other. And it just,
I was going to say, some of it felt like purposeful rage baiting earlier this year, because it would be like, oh, this is so terrible, it's happening. And then 2 weeks later, be like, never mind. So that's when I was like, you know what? Like, this is just, it is, some of it really is enrageful, but I'm just like, you know, you never know what's sticking and what's not. And so, I do. Yeah.
And I actually believe that, or know that there is an intention around feeding the population certain things to get a certain vibration out of humanity, because it can be used in certain ways. And so that's another reason why staying out of the headlines, because you already know folks is with the effery. So one headline to the next is probably not going to do you a whole lot of good, unless you are going to be,
unless it's in your specific
and you're about
field
of, exactly, and you need to do something in that.
If it's in your field of activism, then go ahead.
There was a time when I downloaded a good news app, Because I was like, listen, this really cannot be all there is. And I was staying away from all of it. But then I also started to notice that it was what I was feeling inside was a bit more annoyance, and that may be downplaying it, but I could feel the energy in myself just becoming tense and irritated with the world, and not looking or not reading wasn't necessarily calming that any. And I was just avoiding it to avoid my anger at some point. And so I was like, okay, I can't stay over there, although I had some other things I was doing. And so I came back and just make sure I was staying in touch with that. But then also anchoring myself in my practices to maintain my inner equilibrium and to do more with just, how I'm interacting with the people in my life, the people in my personal circles, the strangers that I meet, the moments where that you just to circulate that good vibe, that good energy, and doing it intentionally and deliberately, like it's my goddamn job. You know what I'm saying? Like it's my job.
Yeah.
So, because it's just, listen, it's too much on the other side of that. So I just want to be checking myself to make sure that I'm not participating in and I mean, like, honestly, like these self-checks, like you see all this manipulative behavior and we can point at how these people don't show up and how this happens over here and how we want to really, dig into the threads of our own nature. Is there some manipulative behavior that we participate in? Is that or that we do? Are we showing up for ourselves, but we are irritated and other people don't show up for us? I mean that in a personal way too. You could be in relationships and be like, you don't do for me, and da 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 da, and you didn't keep your word. And are you keeping your own word to yourself about the project you said you was gonna do? You know what I'm saying? But you want this person to be to you what you aren't to yourself. You want these group of people to respect you, and you know what? I don't even like that whole relying on someone else's validation for worth. So I just like to place the responsibility where the power is, and that is within ourselves and within our communities, period. And when we work there out,
right, in ourselves and I think that's exactly that was kind of like the way I've been starting to approach it lately, because like literally that's kind of, if everyone starts there, like it literally has to start there. It has to start in your center, yourself, then in your community. I think at the same time, you don't have to be fully worked on before you can work in your community.
Absolutely.
And then you can, but I feel like, so this just brought me to like when I was looking at a picture of like a mother trying to breastfeed her baby. I think it was in Congo, but she was just like bones herself and the baby was bones. And I was just like, oh my God, like, how do I donate milk there? Like, how can I send milk there? And I was like researching, and I couldn't find any way. So I was like, well, there are moms in my community that are hungry and that have babies that are hungry or nearby. So why don't I start there and look at people in my space that need help? And then kind of like, that's something that I can do.
Yeah.
And so that's why I did have the thing with my milk. Like I need to do something with milk. Yeah.
I just felt this rage just thinking about things like that. When you see people experiencing just the amount of suffering is just unnecessary. First of all, it's unnecessary. And it gets me to the point where I'm like, I'm so boiled that I honestly, I say this to Maya and Kai all the time. I know why Source gave me 2 children. I know why. Because I just, I know that this circulating a different frequency is where I need to place the majority of my waking attention. And however else I handle the other is, what it is. But it just boils me. Like, how can we continue the behaviors that lead to that type of suffering?
Yeah. And I know these topics are hard to think about and feel, like you just said.
Yeah.
Especially when we have so much going on and may feel powerless or whatever may have you. but it is important to allow yourself to feel that, because even like, you know what I'm saying, like that feeling is what creates action on some level for you. And so we owe that to the world to at least feel it. Like, you know, that's the least we can do, is allow ourselves to feel it. Not all the time, but just, you know, sometimes just stop for a second and start scrolling and be like, dang, okay, let that empathy rise within you, because that's where you'll eventually find out your niche. And I think there's so many things that we can't possibly tackle everything as each person, but you said we each have like our place in that. And I think that's so beautiful. Like I'll scroll and I'll see somebody that's been like fighting against trafficking, and I see this New York like nonprofit that gives period pads and stuff to women out there. I'm like, okay, I love that everyone is kind of picking something. Some people have multiples, but just picking one thing and like not dedicating all your time if you don't have it, but just something monthly, something, one thing, something. I feel like something for one thing. Yeah. If we can all do that.
And I also want to say like because you got to place that energy somewhere.
Right.
You know, it's good to place it somewhere. And then for people who feel extremely stretched, like they don't have that extra time, but say like their parents, like love on your children. You know what I'm saying? Like put that energy somewhere where it makes a difference. And in that way, that makes a difference. I remember a really good friend of mine saying to me one time that she felt like she, because she hadn't been able to keep up with some very important things in her life on her path, because, you know, she was parenting, she has a number of children and such, and this thing that she couldn't get to was sacred, and it was important, and it was powerful. And I was like, there's nothing more sacred, important, and powerful than the love and the time and the attention that you are as a mother, like to the children who needed that. And so there's value there too, because these are human who are growing up, who are actually pretty badass right now and doing some very amazing things, you know, in the community. And so wherever, we talked about being present, be really present wherever you are, be present, be deliberate and intentional in every moment, every breath, as much as you can be, just be present, you know, that too.
So Kaya, when we're talking about like something, somewhere, did anything come to mind for you? Like, was there something that like specifically sticks out to you that you feel like you could funnel your energy or your, you know, your passion for wanting a better world into? Like, is there a specific, I think you said bullying once, right? Was that it?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're more like her? I feel like Kaya's energy has been focused around making sure that she's healthy.
Yeah, I mean, that is where
mentally,
it's been
emotionally,
focused.
And physically.
Yeah. And then once
that's important.
You know, get there, then I can kind of, because like, you know, I mean, you guys were kind of already saying that too. It starts within, you know, yourself, and then your community, or yourself and your community, yada, yada. So, no, I mean, there's a lot that, and I feel like once I get to that point,
are you going to press a comment?
I'm waiting.
Okay.
Once I get to that point, then I feel like that there's a lot that I can offer, but I just want to make sure that I am offering it from a space, you know, of wholeness, and just, you know, that I've just worked through the things that I need to work through, because I also know how much when I am dedicated to something, or when I am put my mind to something, like my all and all my attention, all my energy, all my love
goes into
that one thing, and I tend to forget about
everything else.
So I feel like I need to, and that's kind of how I
find that balance for yourself.
I need to find that balance, or just, you know, focus on myself, and then that way I can
have a foundation to go off of.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And I feel like that's what a lot of people in our generation are going through right now. Okay, so we had a comment a little while back from Jamila Justine that says, that community word has been big for me these last couple years, real heavy. 100%. I just thought, when I read the comment first a little bit ago, I was thinking about how that used to be it. Like all we had was our community. Like if you were in North America Indigenous, you didn't know what was going on in the Asian Indigenous communities. You really didn't. I mean, I'm sure unless there was like dreams and things, but like you had what you saw was around you in your personal communities. It's not natural for us to be in these individualistic societies, yet super aware of what's going on around everywhere. Like it's a little unnatural.
Something is throwing off that piece. I'm gonna make this correlation. I remember when I was working at the Urban League in Denver, and I was the director of this program called Summer of Stars. And we started out with, I think 40, it was a summer program. So we started out with Summer of Stars. How old was I? Were you? No, I got pregnant with you when I was the director.
So 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just like placing the time.
I was born in 97.
Right. So this was before you were born.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 95.
So 95, 96, 97. So it was Summer Stars. We had about 40 young people, and we had, some counselors. We had a very successful summer, a really robust parenting group collective that supported the program. So then we expanded the next year. And I learned about how things can become frayed very easily with expansion. It was really controlled. It had its own form, and it took care of its issues quite easily within something that was manageable for the amount of people
there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then once it expanded, I was like, oh, this is different. The more people, the more counselors, the more
different values and
opinions, like it started to affect the cohesion within the community. And that was just from one summer to the next. And when we look at how our communication and connection globally started to rapidly expand, and now here we are with all of these, and it's beautiful to see.
Yeah.
All of this diversity.
Pluses and negatives.
But it obviously got frayed. You know what I'm saying? And the way to maintain our humanity within that is extremely, extremely challenging. It comes with expansion. And again, here's what we were talking about before. Like, these are the things that happen. What are our habits in these processes that we need to examine so that the whole can work better? Because it needs some tweaking. You know?
Yeah, it does need some tweaking.
But so back to, we were talking about things that we do
to cultivate
and
peace.
to cultivate our own peace,
right? Our own peace, right? Because that's what we have control over.
Right. To cultivate our own peace. Again, I think as a mom, I'm really looking at what my most direct impact as a woman. Is a person first. And I feel like I have a pretty good handle on that. My regimen, my things, and my dedication to, maintaining a certain type of equilibrium within myself and my own vibration. I got a pretty good handle on that. So then I look at, my children. I'm always like, how are you feeling? What are you doing? I get on their nerves. But I'm always asking and suggesting for their mental, emotional, and physical and spiritual health.
Yeah.
And that is why. Like, if I see things that are getting kind of frayed, I'm going to be like,
or we can go to her, talk about multi-purpose mom. Talk about everything. Like, talk about 7-in-1.
No, I just, you can, and when you're in touch like that, it's good. We know this as moms, like, you can feel a thing. And so you just want to do a little nudge and say, hey, because it is seeing your children in a state of equilibrium is important. I was going to say homeostasis, but there can be unhealthy homeostasis. So I don't want to say that, but them being well, I focus my attention on things like that. And again, just doing the best that I can to bring about some joy and some peace. And you know what? Intentionally and deliberately not being a part of the BS. Like, I don't participate. I don't participate in a whole lot of messy talk about people.
Yeah.
I don't participate.
Yeah, we don't do that. We don't do that.
I don't. I don't.
No.
It is it sucks
that's
energy.
Bullying. That's a form of bullying.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't really do anything. Your net, what you are producing out of that, what are you getting?
Yeah.
What are you getting? It's not nothing. You're getting something, but it's definitely not, cultivating anything high vibrational and positive. So I don't participate. If I'm going to have constructive criticism type of conversations, which I have on a daily basis in the work that I do, it is definitely geared towards raising and supporting the vibration, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all that messy talk and no.
It's a waste. It's literally a waste of it. It's a waste.
Yeah.
I
mean, we have enough stuff going on in the world to be sitting talking about?
Yeah. That's like on a personal level.
Don't wanna.
Huh? I know.
So here's the thing that you can count on. If you're ever in a space with me, and I want to love on the people that I'm around. And I want to be a person of integrity within that. You know what I mean? Just so if there's anything that needs to be addressed and I see fit that I'm addressing it with that person, cool. If I'm not addressing it with that person, I'm not talking about it. I'm just not going to participate in any gossip around someone.
And that's
if I'm
how
not
you
gonna,
keep your
if I'm not gonna address it with the person.
Yeah, no, the same. The only thing in which I'll maybe bring a situation with me and another person to somebody else is if I'm trying to see the other person's side of things,
for advice,
or if I'm trying to be like, okay, am I tripping? Like how am I? Maybe I'm viewing this situation wrong. Before I come to this person, just based solely off of how I feel and how I'm viewing the situation. Let me see if I can see their side of things a little bit more, so I can just kind of approach the situation differently. But never.
And what is the benefit of that? Like, because when we talk about these wars that we see, how many silent wars do we have with other people? You know what I'm saying? These ideas that we have, narratives we may feed ourselves about a particular situation, things that we are holding.
Because you said a main word, narratives.
Narratives.
That's what's ruining.
As a matter of fact, I mean, seriously, because some of those narratives are hardly ever based in truth.
Yeah.
Just perspective and perception.
But
those wars that you can have without, from not addressing it directly or from keeping it going in conversation with other people, again, fuels the energy of discord and conflict that we experience, globally too. It's all connected. Do not think that it is not. It is all connected.
I feel like that's something that's important when we think about narratives.
Yeah.
People, I don't know if they're still teaching this in school or not, but people have forgotten the difference between a fact and an opinion. Like and social media, you scroll so much and people are stating so many things like facts and they are opinions. And I'm like, facts are qualitative, right? Like facts can be proven to be true. Opinions, other people's perspectives, it's a perspective based thing. Facts are not perspective based. Perception or perspective. Yeah. Opinions are. So when we're making these huge decisions and when we're agreeing with global people that want to do exactly, they don't know. Let's highlight this. This was a teacher of ours and a dear friend. No.
Who said it?
They ass ain't forgotten. This is Nana Ochi. No, they ass ain't forgotten. They just don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. So I'm like, are they teaching this still? That's what it looks like. Right. I'm like, this was said like it's a fact. And this is an opinion. Like, are we teaching but I remember learning that in school. So I'm like, did we just not listen? Oh, so that okay. Yeah. So oops, a spelling error. I thought it was a fancy way to say a bad word.
just trying to keep it
Okay.
cute.
Okay. So yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's just fact, opinion. Let's not like create wars over opinions.
But that's just generation.
Yeah, but I think too, like wanting to play God and wanting your opinion to be fact and to be truth. That you want to force people to accept that as true.
And then there's people that see these opinions and take them as facts. So it's like,
if you get them emotionally charged enough, these are just what, master manipulators do.
Yeah.
You get people emotionally charged enough around your opinion that you want everybody to believe is a fact, then, you sweep away with a bunch of...
All right, let's say it together, guys. What is a fact? What is a fact? Breaking it down on the Silver Cocoon podcast.
So, speaking of, we actually are going to... how do you guys feel about...
We're not going to break down a fact?
Going to our... No, we're going to go into our game.
We'll go into our game.
Yeah, we ready?
I'll drop fact and opinion definitions.
Okay. Oh, that's what you were saying.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was like, let's define these real quick. We can go into our game though. I'll drop fact and opinion. We'll make a post about that separately. Share it on all of your profiles, please.
Okay, so we do have a game. Lighten the mood just a little bit. And if anybody wants to share, also please always share if you can, when you can, about the things that you do to maintain your groundedness, your wholeness, your equilibrium, your sanity with
and your peace. I practice yoga to do that as well. I forgot to mention that. Yeah. The 8 limbs of yoga.
And I go to the gym to do
She goes to the gym
as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We have 2 comments before we move on.
Yes.
To our game. Jamila Justine says, Mommy, read that, please.
I can't read it. Come on, let's spend some more time there.
It's the lack of etymology for me.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. People don't know where they're getting the stuff from.
They don't. And then so we have another comment. Hello, Mama Moot. Hey. She says, hey, sister.
Hey, loves.
Hi.
And then we have Nana Ochi with another comment. If we're talking about the government, it's all political propaganda. If we're talking on a personal, individual basis, there are many reasons beginning with denial. Delusion and denial, honey.
Yeah, that's actually...
That's
a whole episode. Delusion and denial.
Double D's.
The double D's. The extent that one will go through... Just escape up there. The extent that one will go through. Go ahead, click it off, and then move your hand. Maya's over here clicking away and doing all kind of stuff to the screen. But the extent that people will go to, yes, when they're in denial.
Jeez.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Delusion
and that's when the narratives, the delusion and the denial.
They go hand in hand.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Yes, they do.
Because for you to be in denial, as deep as people be in denial, there's some delusion.
There's some delusion there.
Yeah.
Mental health is important, guys.
It is.
Touch grass. Honestly, go touch grass. I feel like if everyone just put their feet in the grass, hey guys, if you can't do anything else, go put your feet in the soil and the grass. I know that sounds like, sometimes that can sound like, to some, we're preaching to the choir. To some, you may be like, what? Just do it and report back. Yeah, do it every day and report back. Yeah, report back. Okay, so here's the game. I am going to read some headlines. Some of these headlines are real. Some of them are not. And the girls are going to need to pick out the real one. Or you guys too, yes. We'll pick out which one is real. So I'm going to read 3 at a time. 1 will be real, 2 will be fake. So we're going to pick out. I was just looking down. I wasn't trying to peek. We're going to pick out the real one. So you'll sit right. Yes. So yes. 1 will be real, 2 will be fake. Okay. And you will pick out the real one. Now they all sound crazy. So. And that's the point of the game. You guys can put 1 if you think 1 is real, 2 and 3 like that. All right. So. The first set of 3. Number 1. Texas school district bans dictionaries citing inappropriate language. Number 2.
Scientists warn that Earth's core has stopped spinning and may reverse direction. Number 3, billionaire tech CEO buys small town in Utah to experiment with AI-guided governance.
Those all sound crazy as hell. Wait, okay. One of them is real?
So
Only one is real.
Dictionaries, inappropriate
So
language.
read the dictionary.
Texas.
What is the
school-
dictionary one?
The
that said it?
Texas school district bans
bans
dictionary citing inappropriate language. There's been a lot of book bans.
Yeah.
On
that kind of
inappropriate language. Okay,
stuff.
that
So
one's probably the
inappropriate
real
language
one.
in there.
That's the real one.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say
you guys are
that.
both saying it's the Texas
The
school
dictionaries.
district.
No,
No, I'm laughing because you guys are selecting that. I'm not
Inappropriate-
laughing at y'all.
wait, inappropriate language.
Yeah,
right?
because they've been banning a lot
Okay.
of books based on
We have someone saying the AI is real.
Only one.
the AI
But-
guided governance one is the real one.
But then Mama Moo is saying number 1. So we've got 3 votes for number 1, 1 for number 3. I think the AI is real, but I don't want to believe that.
Okay,
so I'd rather
so
go.
you got how many votes for number 1?
1,
3.
Three.
The Earth's core.
3.
Okay.
Nobody,
for the Earth's
nobody
core.
voted for the Earth's core. The science.
No one voted for number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
so we
I
got
that
3
one.
for 1. Okay, so all right, no votes for number 2,
Mhm.
and number 2 is the real one. So this is a phenomenon that happens actually. It's not really an odd thing that the Earth's core inside reverses direction every I don't know how many years. I did see a headline.
Why do we not learn
And
about
I
this?
went and researched it, and it indeed actually happens. But the way they're writing the headline is like, "Oh my God, this is the
Sounds
it's
dramatic and
right,
just
right.
like, yeah.
Things are wrong, and something's reversing. It'll move, it'll shift, it'll slow. It does some things,
And it reverses
because
direction.
it moves and shifts and slows, and yeah, even the poles."
Right.
Will move.
But
And
I
it's
feel
just
like
a very it's
I believe that. I'm saying I'm sure that's
Yeah.
true, but we should know about that because I'm sure there are things that
they
are
didn't teach
influenced by that.
Mm-mm. Oh, a lot.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So Texas schools,
They didn't ban.
surprisingly, have not banned dictionaries, and surprisingly,
to our knowledge,
actually, well, no, we would know about
Well,
that.
It just
We
said
might not know if the
only
billionaire
banned
CEO has
the
bought
AI.
the
that's what I said
towns.
to our knowledge.
Oh, the AI
That's the
one.
one I said to our
Yeah,
knowledge.
yeah. That could be true.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, next one. Okay, so number 1. Wait a minute.
Is it too easy to guess?
Okay. Meditation app releases features that adapt background soundtracks based on users' heart rates. That's number 1.
Say that one again.
A meditation app
Uh-huh.
releases features that adapt background soundtracks based on a user's heart rates.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Number 2, billionaire donates $100 million to create National Day of Unplugging with mandatory tech-free hours.
Yeah. Right.
Number 3,
Yeah, that's not what they.
a lawyer
Don't need that much
repeatedly threw his own feces-filled Pringles can at a victim advocacy center, claiming he was blowing off steam and pulling this stunt at least 10 times before getting suspended.
What?
So we have the meditation app that adapts background soundtrack.
That third
based
one
on
just too damn detailed to be
Heart-
fake.
Right.
heart rates. Billionaire donates $100 million to create the National Day of Unplugging
Not
with
that one.
mandatory tech.
Not that one.
Okay.
No.
And the lawyer throwing his
His
Caca.
feces Pringle. His feces
at Victim
Pringle.
Advocacy Center.
And then the first one was the meditation app.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
I'm
that
gonna go for 3 for the plot.
it's between 1 and 3, but I think 3 would be funny if it was real. But 3 would be funny if it was real. But
So what do you guys say? Anybody
they
voting?
saying 1.
1 is real.
Yeah.
So we're getting 1s for meditation app releases features that adapt background
I'ma go
soundtracks
with
based
that
on
one.
user.
Okay, that's cool.
1.
Oh, is that the answer?
No.
I'm the only person that says 3.
You're the only person that says
No one
3.
says 2.
And I'm gonna say 1.
Okay. We wish that a billionaire would donate $100 million to create National Day of Unplugging with mandatory tech-free hours, but where?
No, we knew that one.
In what world wold would that happen? So no. And also, there's not a meditation app that releases features.
The lawyer.
The lawyer.
I said that. I mean, I was thinking that one too.
It was too detailed to be fake.
Right.
It was too detailed. That was so detailed.
So the lawyer. Let me read this again.
What state is that in? Does it say?
Let's click.
He threw.
So there's a lawyer that, and he did it 10
Okay.
times.
Yeah, that's crazy.
On November 29, 2023, Jack A. Blakesley, a criminal defense attorney in Caldwell, Ohio, was suspended by the Supreme Court of Ohio from practicing law for 1 year, with 6 months of that suspension stayed tossing a Pringles potato chip can full of his own feces in the parking lot at a victim advocacy center. First of all, at a victim advocacy center, and failing to control his own bizarre impulses.
Oh, so he just had some mental illness.
Okay,
Yeah, because
I think I kind of I heard
for him to be able to throw it, he had to put it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like Nana OG said, that's just nasty. I'll never eat Pringles again.
Bad press, bad publicity for Pringles. All right, moving along.
And I'm looking at Ohio people sideways after that too.
Right, it's something in the water. Okay,
that's not good for the Midwest.
All right, here we go. Last set.
Mm-hmm.
You had one, right? You won one.
Mm-hmm. She won one.
Okay.
Did I?
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
A 57-year-old woman got accidentally shot in the buttocks after bringing a handgun into an MRI room. The gun was drawn to the MRI's powerful magnet and discharged. UK Parliament, number 2, the UK Parliament introduces mandatory nap breaks for MPs to improve debate performance. Number 3, Elon Musk announces plan to launch the first luxury hotel on Mars by 2030.
Bruh. This is how you know I don't pay attention to the headlines, because like 3 might be real. And I just hope it's not.
I'm not gonna vote for that one.
Elon Musk, that's number 3, announces plan to launch the first luxury hotel on Mars by 2030. Number 2 was the UK Parliament introduces mandatory nap breaks for the MPs to improve debate performance.
Okay.
And then number 1 was the 57-year-old woman who went in for an MRI. She had a handgun.
Let's go for 2. I'm going for 2 this time.
And I'm going to go for 1.
I'm going for 2.
Okay, we got 2s and 1s.
I'm going with 2, yeah.
Okay. So, Elon Musk is not, as of yet, announcing the plan to launch his first luxury hotel on Mars by 2030, but I don't think that is a fluke. I think that is exactly something that Elon Musk would be attempting to do. Mm-hmm. The Parliament one, mandatory nap breaks, don't nobody give it that. Maybe the UK gives breaks. I mean, they do their siestas.
Oh, that's not real?
That's not real.
Oh.
So the 57-year-old woman did bring a gun,
and I thought that one was
that sounds ridiculous. That is kind of detailed.
Brought it into the MRI room and got shot because they shifted towards the magnet and
went
discharged.
off.
The powerful magnet discharged.
3 people said, y'all all guessed the right one. That's a powerful magnet. How did the trigger get pulled though with the magnet? That's crazy. But we are watching this ER show.
Oh, so I think what happened was the gun was drawn to the MRI's powerful magnet, so it may have shifted and hit the magnet
and went
was
off.
Discharged. Yeah.
Dang.
But
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Was she really afraid? Why was she going into
with the gun?
First of all, how she might not have
with the gun? I thought about that.
No, I'm saying you guys don't know what was wrong with her. If she's going in MRI, she probably has something, like if it's an ER MRI, like she might not have been conscious enough to tell them that she had a gun on her.
Well, I just think it's kind of interesting that she ended up in there. They usually put you, well, it depends on the situation, like how she ended up in there, but you usually have, usually just don't get to carry into the MRI room. You know what I mean? Right. You have to lay down.
Yeah, it might have been a rush, though. That's what I'm saying. It might have been a rush. Who knows? Or someone not doing.
Somebody slipped, and she got in there. So anyway, those are examples of
crazy headlines. That just shows that you never know what's real in this world, because we thought some stuff was real. Well, you guys are actually right. Our viewers are right twice.
Okay,
actually,
okay. Grounded in reality here.
We're grounded in reality. Love to see
But
it.
But there were some that it was like, that's possible.
Yeah,
That's
the things
possible.
that were, it's all possible. It just didn't happen that we know of. Not yet.
We know of. Yes.
So that's great. But hopefully we did have, I do want to highlight one viewer did share what they do to protect their peace. And this is different than what we've heard so far and shared. So Mama Moot says, I practice Hara breath work, self-Reiki. I have a lot of tools in my self-care tool bag.
Wonderful.
That is
Self-care.
amazing.
Got to
Self-care
have
tool
them.
bags.
Got
yeah.
to have them.
And that's all energy work, which is amazing in this day and age.
Yes. Well, we have come to the conclusion of our Silver Cocoon podcast for the month of August. And we're so glad that you guys came and joined us today and participated. We love to engage with our viewers, as always. It's one of our favorite things about being here. So yeah, it's an opportunity to just to talk about what's been going on and how we manage, how we stay empowered and at peace and in love and joy in the midst of what looks like chaos in a certain frequency. So,
excuse me. Yeah, this has been a great talk. And I really appreciate the people that did join live and talk about this, because it's not easy. Yeah, because you saw this pop up and you had the choice to talk about the hard stuff or keep scrolling and come back later. And you decided to dive in with us real quick. So I really appreciate that. We really appreciate that. This episode will be live on all streaming platforms tomorrow. So we're on all of them and YouTube if you want to watch the video. And we'll be back next month on the first Tuesday of September.
Yes, first Tuesday. Thank you all. Love you all for joining us.
Bye.
Is that out now? Are people still doing that? No.
We'd have to ask somebody that's Gen Z for real.
Yeah.
Apparently we're all, like I told you I did something like that. Someone laughed at me. I'm not doing none of that no more.
What did you do?
I said something that like we'd just be saying he laughed. I said he laughed like I'm like the old like auntie that's saying like the no.
You are
cool
not
stuff.
the auntie now. Y'all the auntie?
We are.
I'm almost 30. So if I'm saying stuff that's popular for 16-year-olds, yes.
Yeah, they're
yes.
Gen Z.
That's
his.
That's Gen Z.
But I'm gonna say this. I haven't seen this in a while. I haven't seen that.
And they are the ones, but
I have no comment.
they still say LOL. Like we came up with that. So what?
Right.
Anyway.
Love y'all. Right. See y'all next time.
Love you guys. Thank you.